Joining me is Trevor Long, a technology commentator who hosts two very popular podcasts, EFTM and Two Blokes Talking Tech. Trevor Long, thanks again for your time. What is the problem here that needs fixing, do you think?
Well, it's an interesting one because essentially the problem is this material exists online, whether it's child abuse material, extremist views, or terrorism-related materials. And the internet's a vast and wide place, and the concern here is that kids are seeing things they shouldn't see, and it should be the platforms, i.e., the publishers, that are responsible for stopping them seeing it. And I think it goes to your point of, is it really the platform's point to do that, or is it more about perhaps parenting around what kids are doing online? So that's the balance we've got, but the eSafety Commissioner is pretty strong in her views that they should be at least reporting back as to what they're doing. I feel like they're just going to send back a report and saying, we're doing what we can to avoid a fine.
Yeah, so you don't seem convinced there is a problem that a government could fix or should be trusted to fix. Have I got you right there?
Well, let's take Telegram as an example, right? Telegram is a one-to-one or one-to-many messaging app that is fully encrypted. So, Andrew, if you were a member of a group about a topic of interest to you, I can't look at those messages even if I was the greatest hacker in the world, nor can the government, nor can Telegram. So the very people that make the app can't see the content that is on their app. So how on earth are we expecting Telegram to do anything about those messages if they can't see them? If they are reported, like a screenshot is taken and they're reported to Telegram, what actions are they taking to bring them down? Very important. But again, if kids are our concern here, we have to be asking ourselves as parents, what apps are our kids engaging in? Who are they talking to? And when are they seeing this content? Because Andrew, I scroll through the internet a lot and I've never seen anything like this. So I wonder how the kids are being directed to this content.
That is a very good point, because I haven't either, to be honest. I mean, I go searching for trouble, I must admit, but I find a lot of videos of violence, people belting each other up, but that's about it. Which of these, you mentioned Telegram, which of these platforms do you think is the worst, the most problematic?
There's no doubt in my mind Telegram and WhatsApp, which is owned by Meta as well, because it's a one-to-one messaging service. But I think in terms of sharing, I think Facebook is probably the one that we need to be the most worried about. Once someone gets into the conspiracy theory rabbit hole, it's the same as when you get into the extremism rabbit hole. If you see something that resonates with you because you're in a slump personally, then you'll just see more and more and more of it. So if this content is available online on platforms like Facebook, people will see it as reputable, but actually it's just fear and propaganda. So I think Facebook is probably the one that has the greatest exposure to the general public.
Now, Trevor, I understand this E-Commission wants to do something about this, fine, but I'm thinking, how does all this work? These are international platforms. What's the danger of having governments in all sorts of countries, potentially more than 100 governments each having a say on what can or can't appear on these platforms? How does that work?
Exactly, Andrew. We live in a global society where no Australian, this is a subset of the Australian government trying to ask questions of these businesses. And these businesses are just going to send back a 2-page document outlining the amazing things they're doing to keep their platform safe. Of course, what are they going to say otherwise? But whether we could actually prevent them from changing or make them change that, I think it's fanciful to believe that without a huge united front, I don't see much changing here at all, other than for them to say, we're doing our best, we are moderating content when it's reported to us, and we encourage people to report that content. Kids aren't going to report that content. They're going to go, oh, cool, I'll watch another one of those videos. That's just how kids are.
Well, that's true too. And, if we get our say in the rules that these social giants operate, what about China? Does it get a say as well? That would worry me a lot. Trevor Long, thank you so much indeed for your time. Really appreciate it.